Now on Sunrise and streaming on CrossroadsToday.com, another big win for former President Donald Trump. His victory in the New Hampshire primary only tightens his grip on the Republican presidential nomination. We have more on the race for the White House. Turning now to Port Lavaca, authorities have made another arrest in the case of a 16-year-old shot to death at a party earlier this month. We'll tell you what the suspect did in the moments following the shooting that led to his arrest. And continuing coverage on that oil spill at the Port of Victoria that left a foul odor in some parts of the county. We'll tell you about the new efforts underway to clean the soil contaminated by the spill.
And believe it or not, we still have got lots and lots of rain out there coming our way this morning and some more overnight tonight. We'll take a look at that weather coming up.
The East versus West rivalry continues. We'll have highlights and scores coming up in sports.
You're watching 25 News Now Sunrise. Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Carolina Astrain.
And I'm Parker Cox.
And today it's the 24th day of January 2024. It is 6:31 on our Wednesday morning and it is National Compliment Day.
Fun day. Pay your compliments to people. Make people happy.
It is nice to compliment people.
Yeah, can I compliment you on your dress? She wears pink on Wednesdays. I like her pink dress. She likes to wear pink because it's Mean Girls.
It's a movie reference, but it's fun.
Is it a movie reference? A different movie reference.
It's not good to be mean, though.
Oh, definitely don't be mean.
Well, Parker, I like your tie. It's giving me some Thor vibes.
Oh,
God
some
of Thunder.
Thor? Yeah. Well, we are definitely in that God of Thunder realm. I guess you could say that was a terrible reference out there this morning, folks, because if y'all tuning in right now, we have got lots and lots and lots of showers still out there on the radar. We'll take a look at that radar in just a second, because if y'all tuning in, you look at a live look at Victoria, where kind of calmed down just a little bit, but there still are a few raindrops here in the Crossroads. But it is a little bit chilly, not too bad. About 61 degrees right in here, and right here in the Crossroads, making that humidity a 97% with that dew point, so close. And that is exactly what is driving up all of those showers out there today. Look at all that rain out there. We're probably accumulating a solid 2 to 3 inches right now, which is why we have an alert day for today, because of all of this rain. Look at it. In fact, as we zoom in here, even on the Crossroads, we are still, like I said, I guess it wasn't raining right now on the camera, but we will get some more here in the next couple of minutes. I actually wanted to stop here and say that there are a few roads that have issued some flood warnings out there this morning. So in Shiner, County Road 351 at Green-Dixon Park, there's a low water crossing there at 6th Street and Bodecker Plastics. That is flooded. City of Houseville, y'all have Rockaway Street is flooded. And Crockett Street at Texana Street, y'all are also flooded. And County of Lavaca, y'all at County Road 128 and County Road 344, y'all are all under some water out there this morning, so don't want to take that route of travel. But we do have alert day, like I said, with that rain accumulating so heavy, and also still a very low risk for severe weather. Not expecting any, but coming up a little bit, we're going to take a look at the timing of those showers because they're ending by tomorrow. Take that just a few moments. Back to Carolina.
Thank you for those flooded road conditions, Parker. Thank you. Donald Trump has won the New Hampshire Republican primary. Voters came out from both parties to cast their ballots. So many came out, in fact, that in some places, like in Manchester, polling places had to request more ballots. Just minutes after the polls closed, national news sources projected former President Trump the winner in the GOP primary. They also projected that Joe Biden will win the Democratic primary. Earlier this month, we brought you a story about a 16-year-old who ended up getting shot at a party in Port Lavaca. This morning, a 17-year-old is the latest arrest in connection with the fatal shooting. Authorities say John Michael Ruiz hung out at that party where the 16-year-old got shot. Ruiz reportedly took the teen to the hospital and left him there. He's now charged with failure to report a felony or death results. Authorities booked Ruiz into the Calhoun County Jail on a $50,000 bond. 17-year-old Frank Sandoval is accused of fatally shooting the 16-year-old teen. He faces 3 charges this morning. A chemical spill at the Port of Victoria earlier this month has some residents frustrated over the foul odor it brought to the city. Shamrock Products has claimed responsibility for the spill and now faces a lawsuit on behalf of Victoria County residents. Meanwhile, cleanup efforts have begun at the port and surrounding cities. A waste disposal company is working with local regulators to clean contaminated soil in the area. Right now, Republic Services has plans to move the soil to its treatment, storage, and disposal facility in Robstown. It's unclear how much soil they plan to move at this time, but San Patricio County Sheriff Oscar Rivera tells us they're expecting 50 to 60 trucks of soil tomorrow. Republic Services expressed confidence in the capabilities of their Robstown facility. They say it's the ideal solution for the soil. Now to Boeing, facing new scrutiny over the safety of its passenger jets after that frightening door mishap in mid-flight this month. The company's CEO will be on Capitol Hill today as two major airlines outline their growing concerns.
This morning, the CEO of Boeing, Dave Calhoun, heading to Capitol Hill, meeting with lawmakers in the wake of the Alaska Airlines mid-air door blowout on a 737 MAX 9 this month. Alaska Airlines CEO Ben Minicucci also speaking out, saying he's frustrated and angry, adding that inspectors have now found loose bolts on many of the MAX 9 jets grounded since the incident. Minicucci is sending his own inspectors to audit Boeing's quality control systems. He acknowledges his airline was lucky no one was seated next to that door.
There were only 7 open seats, and we had a guardian angel, honestly, on that airplane.
And now more problems for Boeing. United Airlines, which also flies the MAX 9, says it also found loose bolts and, due to quality concerns, is now rethinking its commitment to Boeing for future orders. Boeing says workers at its 737 factory will stop work tomorrow to hold workshops on quality control. Meanwhile, in Atlanta,
one of your nose tires just came off. It just rolled off the runway behind you.
A tire fell off a Delta Boeing jet before takeoff. Experts say it was likely a maintenance issue. Passengers were forced to board a replacement plane. Travel website Kayak has now added a feature that allows users to filter out the 737 MAX 9s when searching for flights, but for now, all MAX 9s remain grounded. Lionel Moise, ABC News, New York.
And another weather-related alert, Victoria College is closing its Gonzales County Center. So that's just the VC Center and Gonzales. They are closing Campus 4 today due to the dangerous rain and thunder. And a powerful storm system with heavy downpours moved through parts of San Diego County, California on Monday. The severe weather flooded roadways and caused several car crashes and water rescues across the region. San Diego leaders urged motorists to remain home unless it was absolutely necessary to travel. It was the third of 3 Pacific storms to strike the West Coast since Friday. Remember, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Crossroads Today. Hit the like button and click the notification bell. The time is now 6:38 on our Wednesday morning. Here's a look at what's coming up on 25 News Now Sunrise. The American Lung Association calling out the Biden administration for dragging its feet on a proposed ban on menthol, cigarettes, and cigars.
The people in New Hampshire have voted. I'm Melissa Adon, and coming up, I have the details on how the candidates performed.
And also coming up after the break, we'll take another look at that radar. Also take a look at your school bus forecast, and later on Sunrise, I'll take another look at the timing for the showers that are ending tomorrow.
Hi, I'm Detective Kelly Gibbs with the Victoria Police Department. Victoria Crime Stoppers is seeking information about the murder of Raul Monroy. On October 9, 1997, the body of 25-year-old Raul Monroy was discovered at the 2000 block of East San Antonio Street. Monroy was wearing a black t-shirt, blue jeans, and black shoes. Police later discovered Monroy's 1977 Chevy pickup at a local bar. If you have any information about the murder of Raul Monroy, please call Victoria Crime Stoppers at 361-572-4200. You can also submit a tip by using the P3 Tip app on your Android or Apple device, or by visiting our website at www.crimestoppersvictoria.com. All tips are anonymous, and if you give information that leads to an arrest or charges being filed, you can earn a cash reward. With Victoria Crime Stoppers, I'm Detective Kelly Gibbs.
Well, good morning, Crossroads. If you're all tuning in this morning, look at a live look at Cuero, where it's pretty cloudy out there and still plenty of showers out there on the radar. We'll take a look at that in just a second, because if you're all tuning in right now, a little bit chilly out there in Cuero. Not too bad, though. About 61 in the Cuero area right now, but a dew point matching the temperature. You got a 100% humidity. It's actually exactly what's driving up all of the rain. Looking at all that rain out there, just look at it. I mean, I don't even think I have to say anything. All of us are getting lots of rain this morning, and even some of us seeing some thunderstorms out there. So make sure to be careful on the roads this morning, because there will be some heavy rain in some areas and even some local flooding, because I'll give you an update on the flooding here in the next few minutes. But if you're all sending your kiddos off to school, definitely want to pack them with an umbrella, because I don't know if you saw that or not, it is plenty of rain. Going to only warm up just a little bit today, though, sticking in the mid-60s today with all that rain in the area. But we do have an alert day for this morning, because we're going to get up to another 3 inches of rain. But nice weather is in the forecast after the rain is done. We're going to take a look at that more in just a few more moments. And we're going to toss it to Zach with your sports.
The Victoria East versus Victoria West rivalry continues. The East Titans jumped out to a massive lead in the first quarter and did not look back. This clip will pretty much tell the story. Avery Valentine drilled a three. They got a turnover on the inbounds, and she calmly sinks another. The West Warriors did get one of their own, but the final score in this one, 72-33, the East Lady Titans get the win. Now it's a much closer game with the boys. West trailing. They're going to sink a shot at the horn to slice into the Titan lead heading into the fourth quarter. Both coaches trying to rally the troops. Coach McDonald hoping his West Warriors can come back and avoid the series sweep they fought. Bo's going to drill a three right here to give them a little bit of life. But much like game number one between these two teams, the Titans always seem to have an answer. East wins 49-39. In two fantastic games over at Bloomington, the Shiner Comanches did beat the Lady Cats, and the Shiner Comanches beat the Bobcats. With your 25 Sports Now, I'm Zach Brown.
Thank you, Zach. We want to invite y'all to experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV. Just search Crossroads Today Plus. The results of the New Hampshire primary are in, and former President Trump won the state by double digits. But Nikki Haley says she is not giving up her fight. In response, Trump overnight was lashing out. Turnout was higher than expected, but experts say if Haley couldn't win in New Hampshire, a state where independents can vote in the primary, then she may find the road ahead quite challenging.
This morning, former President Trump celebrating his win over Nikki Haley in the First in the Nation primary. USA, USA. Claiming Haley is delusional for claiming a victory in New Hampshire.
She's doing like a speech like she won. She didn't win, she lost.
Trump also striking a vengeful tone, making this comment when introducing supporter Vivek Ramaswamy last night.
The only person more angry than, let's say me, but I don't get too angry, I get even. The only person...
Haley's campaign overnight called Trump's victory speech angry, saying it was filled with grievances and offered the American people nothing about his vision. Earlier, Haley congratulated Trump, but insisted she's staying in the race.
There are dozens of states left to go, and the next one is my sweet state of South Carolina.
Haley's finish was stronger than recent polls suggested, winning a majority among independents and college graduates. Trump was backed by Republicans who listed immigration and the economy as their top issues. Still, Haley says she's focusing on her home state of South Carolina. The primary there is 1 month from today, and polls show her trailing by 30 points.
The first party to retire its 80-year-old candidate is going to be the party that wins this election.
Meanwhile, President Biden is ramping up his attacks on Trump, mentioning Trump's name 14 times at a campaign rally in Virginia yesterday.
And let's remember, it was Donald Trump and his Supreme Court who ripped away the rights and freedoms of women in America.
Overnight, the chairwoman of the Republican National Committee urged Nikki Haley to drop out of the race, saying it's time to unite around the eventual Republican nominee, Donald Trump. Melissa Adon, ABC News, Manchester, New Hampshire.
And that leads us to your viewer poll. You can scan the QR code right there on your screen to take part. We ask you, should Nikki Haley continue her campaign for president? Okay, let's take a look. 53% of you say yes, and the rest of you say no. Nikki should take it home. All right, come to crosswordstoday.com/vote to take part in our viewer poll. The time is now 6:45 on our Wednesday morning. Still to come, at least 8 people killed after a Russian missile strike in Kharkiv.
Well, good morning, Crossroads. The rain is sure on. The switch is on for today. Look at all that rain out there today. In fact, that actually leads us to today's weather poll. Today's weather poll asks you, what kind of rainy day activities do you enjoy doing? Let's take a look at what y'all are saying. About 59% of y'all say y'all like to watch TV. That's went up in the last hour. 15% of y'all say you like to clean up the house. That's not a bad idea because you get kind of basically forced inside. About 22% of y'all say nap time. I'm right there with y'all in the nap time. Love nap time. None of y'all are saying play games, and about 4% of y'all say you like to spend some time with friends in the rain. To vote on today's weather poll, go to crossroadstoday.com/vote weather to participate and see what everybody else is saying as well. Now, like I said, I don't even think I have to say anything. Look at all of the rain out there this morning, and my producer is saying, or my director is telling me, we're basically drowning out there in this heavy rain. In fact, look at if you zoom in on where the really heavy rain is, really coming up there into the Yoakum. I guess just now exiting the Cuero area, but they also have a flash flood warning for the Gonzales area, Moulton area, Walter area, Schulenburg as well, Flatonia, and all of y'all are getting some heavy rain out there today. But looking at your future tracker here, because we're expecting those showers to finally calm down a little bit going into this afternoon to more like a steady light showers. Going to pick right back up overnight though, but we're going to have some warnings, and I'm going to tell you about those flood warnings because there are a couple areas that are flooded out there. We'll take a look at that and more in just a few more moments. Carolina, back to you.
Thank you, Parker. The American Lung Association calling out the Biden administration for dragging its feet on a proposed ban on menthol cigarettes and cigars. The association's annual State of Tobacco Control report out Wednesday says failing to finalize the menthol ban will result in more death and disease caused by smoking, especially among black smokers who are disproportionately more likely to smoke menthols. In October, the FDA sent out final rules on the issue for the White House to review, and the White House has yet to sign off on the FDA's regulatory action. A timetable for the final menthol rule released last month indicated it would be decided in March. The report says the lack of action by the White House on the issue prioritizes politics and the tobacco industry profits over public health. Researchers estimate that a regulation banning menthol cigarettes would save about 654,000 lives. Netflix subscribers have surged in its fourth quarter. The company reported it added 13.1 million subscribers in the December quarter, the largest ever fourth quarter subscriber growth, which exceeds projected gains. And now Netflix forecasted revenue of $9.2 billion in the first quarter. That brings a total number of subscribers to 261 million. The streaming giant is expecting a healthy double-digit revenue growth for 2024. And still to come on Sunrise News to know before you go. Early voting continues in the city of Victoria. At least 8 people were killed after Russian missiles struck Ukraine's eastern city of Kharkiv. Kharkiv's mayor and the governor of the region say at least 9 people, including children, were hurt. They say a third Russian missile struck the city within 24 hours. Many of the injured were seen walking through damaged streets in the city. Rescue workers sifted through the wreckage. The National Academy for Law Studies building was heavily damaged since its invasion of Ukraine in February of 2022. Russia has carried out regular airstrikes on cities and civilian infrastructure located far behind the front lines. Early voting for the mayoral election continues, and the numbers look like this: 245 in-person votes yesterday, and that's 643 to date. No mail-in votes received yesterday, and 169 mail-in votes total have been received. And you can vote through Tuesday, that's early voting at least. You can also vote on Election Day on Saturday. And that's going to take place at the Dr. Patty Dodson Public Health Center at the 2805 North Navarro. You can go today between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. And you can go on Monday and Tuesday between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. On the ballot, it's Peter Brown, Carissa Winters, Josephine Solis, Dwayne Crocker, Jacob Sauceda, and Bob Constantine. Join us Saturday, February 3rd for complete coverage of the special mayoral election. And if you're interested in running for city government, the school council, or rather the city council, not the school, the city council district 1, 2, 3, and 4 seats are up for grabs. You can go to an information session at 10 a.m. on February 6th at the city council chambers to learn more about the positions, and that election is set for May 4th. The Biden administration is urging the U.S. Supreme Court to reverse abortion pill curbs. The administration asked the court to maintain broad access to the drug most commonly used for medication abortion, saying that restricting its availability would harm women and healthcare providers across the country. The drug is called mifepristone. The pill's manufacturer, Canco Laboratories, also filed a written brief on Tuesday in its appeal of its Fifth Circuit ruling. Oral arguments have not yet been scheduled, and they are set to be held in early spring, with a ruling expected by the end of June. John Cornyn endorses Donald Trump for president. Read this story by the Texas Tribune on our website, crossroadstoday.com. And we want to invite you to experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV through Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, Android TV. Just search Crossroads Today Plus. And now we have time for a look at our forecast with Parker Cox. Parker, it is quite dangerous out there, especially if you're out by Gonzales.
Yes, it is actually quite dangerous for all of us out there this morning, folks. It is very, very rainy with lots of thunderstorms out there on the radar. Take a look at that radar just a second, because if you're tuning in right now, look at a live look at Victoria, where I guess it looks like the rain's kind of calmed down just a little bit, but about 61 right now with plenty of showers out there. Looking at that radar, like I said, I don't even think I have to say anything. There is plenty of showers. I think every one of us out there in the Crossroads, except for maybe down here on the coast, is getting some good rain this morning. In fact, as we zoom in, you can see where all the heavier stuff is. It's coming into Edna and Vanderbilt right now. But with that rain, we'll take a look at the timing for that. Probably going to calm down actually a little bit going into this afternoon. We're going to get a little bit of light showers, scattered showers this afternoon, but it's going to pick up right back up going into overnight, and then finally be done with by tomorrow on sunrise. But we do have an alert day issued today with that rain, heavy rain this morning. And in fact, there are actually a few areas that have some flooding. Take a look at what areas are flooded on roads. We got County Road 351 in Shiner that is flooded. We have got Hallettsville, Rockaway Street, and Crockett Street at Texana Street. And in County Lavaca, County Road 128 and 344 are flooded. But after the rain is done, the good news is we're right back to the nice weather.
That's right. I just saw a post by the Gonzales County judge telling people to be careful out there. They're working to clear those streets. And have a wonderful Wednesday. Remember, follow us on our YouTube channel and join us tonight at 5, 6, and 10.